Remember, science isn't a game. It's a competition where we have fun and assign a winner. Here at the lab, we've spent years searching for the genetic magic that makes each and every human a truly unique individual. But that was hard, so we found a shortcut. We theorize every friend group has some version of the smart one, the popular one, the troubled loner who I can change. You get the idea. And these roles make it a lot easier to figure people out with science. You guys are going to match your fellow test subjects to the roles that fit them best. My lovely assistant will put all the data into the tubes, and at the end, we'll crunch the numbers and tell each of you who you really are. Now, have you all changed into your little paper gowns? Good, let's do this. Give me a category to start us off. Ideally, something everybody knows a little bit about. Which Seinfeld character best suits each of you? So, on your device, you've got the names of your fellow lab rats. Drag each one to the role you think fits them best. That includes yourself. Oh, and you'll see a little 99% sign next to each role. Tap that to lock in the answer you're 99% certain will match what everyone else picks. I'll make it worth your while if you're right, so make sure to pick someone. When everyone's given out their roles, we'll check out the results. Let's see that data. Let's look at those votes. Yeah, I'd call that pretty conclusive. We have our winner. I like to reward my lab rats for positive behavior, so I'll give you guys these nutritious science pellets whenever your answers match the group. Whoever has the most at the end is my lab rat of the month. Plus, they keep your pelts shiny. And your 99% guess was 100% right. Take away the outliers. Yippee! Subjects who already have a role can't get this one, so we'll take out these votes. Ooh, fun. 2 subjects are tied. We're gonna need another test to figure out who gets this role. Who is the most talented liar? Vote on your devices now. Whoever wins gets the role. That settles that. Acing this test definitely deserves some science pellets. Just don't spoil your dinner. Here's how it all shook out. And here's how many science pellets everyone has. Just a reminder, I'll reward you with pellets when your answers match the group or when you do the best in a tiebreaker experiment. Keep that in mind if you want to be the winning test subject. Okay, moving on to the next experiment. Olympic sport are you? Don't overthink this. And make sure to tap that 99% next to the role you're sure you're right about. Let's find out who you are. Yippee! Hey, you got the role you wanted. And we've got some 99% bonus pellets to award. Hooray! Boing! Another great prediction. It's because of the tight little uniforms, isn't it? Last one picked for a role, huh? We've all been there. I've got a consolation role that might do the job. Everyone vote on which role this controversial subject deserves. I have no way of knowing how you feel about this, and I'll reward your behavior with some science pellets. Here's who's who. And by the way, you are scary good at this. Do you want a job? Okay, you've each got some roles under your belt. Let's see what the data tells us. You, judging by your roles, you're this, and you're also this. That makes no sense to our algorithm. We're going to find out which quality fits you better. What do you usually do when working on group projects? Answer this prompt on your device. Then the other subjects will vote on your response. Okay, there's the data. Vote on your devices now. Just as I hypothesized. You two, your roles tell me you share a common personality trait. I can't stand not knowing who's better. You're hired as a clown for a birthday. How do you entertain the kids? Answer the prompt on your devices, and we'll settle this once and for all. raw data. Vote on your devices now. Makes sense to me. Okay, choose your final category. Which all-star lyrics best suit each of you? Assign those roles. Let's see what everyone picked. Woohoo! You said it, not me. You're on a roll, scientifically speaking. Nice job reading the room, my man. Hooray! You called it. Another good guess. And our audience control group hid some extra science pellets behind this roll for you. Good little lab rat. All right, we've got our lineup. One last thing before we close the book on this experiment. Let's see what else we can determine from your roles. Based on your roles, you're total opposites. From a very specific point of view, anyway. Science demands an experiment to see which of you is better for science. You and your other single friends are out at a club. What's your goal for the evening? I want both of you to write an answer that fits the trait above your head. The rest of you will decide who wins. All right, this is what we got. Vote on your devices now. no contest there. You two. Your rules tell me you share a common characteristic. You guys are like twins, but one of you has to be better. Your office wants to play a prank on your boss. What idea do you bring to the brainstorming meeting? Answer the prompt on your devices, and we'll settle this once and for all. Here it is. Vote on your devices now. In science, we call that a shutout. You two. Your rules tell me you've got something in common. Which is cute and all, but there can be only one. What's your plan for an alien invasion? Answer the prompt on your devices, and we'll settle this once and for all. There's the data. Vote on your devices now. The results are in. That was the final piece of the puzzle. Here come your final rolls as determined by everything your fellow lab rats said about you. And my favorite little lab rat with the most total science pellets is...
building's history, know it simply as the Murder Hotel. Crashing into another car, and then another car went ahead and crashed.
The infamous hotel was run by a mysterious family for several generations until close. In unrelated news, the Trivia Murder Party killer is still on the loose. Up next, my paycheck.
This is your wake-up call. Prepare to die. Welcome to Trivia Murder Party. I flooded the roads myself to strand you here in a fight for your life. Only one of you will survive. I'm running a hotel and killing people. I've achieved work-life balance. Okay, first question. Traditionally, what gets predicted on St. Swithin's Day? Use your device to answer the question. Almost out of time. And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? The rest of you, it's time. Doom service! We're at room 113. The lost art of letter writing. I'm going to dictate a message to you. Write down as much of what I say as you can. The player who writes the fewest of my words will die. And the letter begins... now. Dear guests, many of you have complained about the hissing coming from the air conditioning. I assure you it is working just fine, and that the noise is coming from the snakes in the walls. Poisonous snakes are very noisy. Time's up. Okay, now let me just look back at my beautiful words and here's how you did. Well, one of you was the worst. What is this garbage? I've seen Reddit threads that make more sense than this. We're not done with you yet. Remember, dead players are still players, just more see-through. Keep playing and you just might steal someone else's life force and win the game. Let's keep moving. Which of these basketball players did not have their skills stolen by the Monstars in the original Space Jam? Time's running out. Who picked this? The rest of you who are still alive, come with me. Bonjour! Welcome back to the killing room. Let's play with dice. Roll as much as you want to add to your score. I'll kill the player with the lowest score. But go over 21 and you die instead. And don't forget, if they roll a skull, that adds 1 to everyone's score. It's kind of spooky to see skulls on dice. Ooh. Time's almost up. You busted. You really blew it. Get it? Everyone can see that the dead players are ghosts, right? I'm not just freaking out. Let's try another one. How do you, Dougie? Asking for a friend. Time's almost up. Who picked this? I want to show you something. Let's see if the safe players are good at forgery. The ghost of my Aunt Mildred loves to write words on mirrors. Pay attention to her unique handwriting. Now, Aunt Mildred is going to write a different word, but so will all the safe players. Draw a word on the mirror to camouflage Aunt Mildred's. Go ahead and start writing. Pay attention to the words as they appear and try to spot my auntie. So many convincing words to choose from. Now, type the word that Aunt Mildred wrote, or you die. Enter the right word now, or you die. Would the real Aunt Mildred please stand up? Aunt Mildred would, never say that. It's time for you to join my Aunt Mildred. We're here. The final round is close. Next question. Which word does not appear in the Queen song Bohemian Rhapsody? Almost out of time. Who picked this? Follow me. This one lets you protect yourself with a password. Enter a real 4-letter word with your device. Make it hard to guess. If your password gets cracked, you die. Now everyone else will try to crack the password. As a team, guess the password on your device. You get a clue if your guess has a letter in the right spot. If anyone figures out the password before time runs out, I will reward you all. This is a team effort, so share clues out loud with each other. Time's almost up. I thought everyone was good at hacking passwords these days, but I guess I was wrong. Only one of you is still alive. You know what that means. Glad to see you're the one to make it here alive, but will you be the one to escape? I'm going to give you a category. Brass instruments. Tap each answer that fits the category, and then let's see the right answers. You advance 1 space for every correct answer. You're on your way to escaping. Oh wait, did you think it was going to be just you? Aw, that's cute. If a ghost catches you, they'll steal your life force. Then they can try to escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you. Time is almost up. Winners of RuPaul's Drag Race. Here comes the next question. Practices of the Buddhist Eightfold Path. That ghost can smell your life force. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. It's only darkness. Following terminology. Time is almost up. The tables have turned. Let the darkness consume you. Stranger Things characters. Time is almost up. Kind of a gimme. Another life swap. Die by beheading. Types of lumber. Matrix characters. Time is almost up. Let's just call that a fluke. More stolen life force. Has webbed feet. One last trap. You need a perfect answer for your final escape. And that includes the third answer choice now, too. Coexisted with dinosaurs. Time is almost up. Another life force swap. Dog food brands. Tough one. You have to get all the right answers to escape.